To you. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. What's up, y'all? It's your favorite hood healer. It's your favorite hood priestess. It's your favorite motivational dominatrix. It's your favorite auntie, captain, goddess, lady, speech auntie, captain, goddess, king, lady speech in the place to be. And I want to welcome you back to my channel. Lord of mercy. It is currently 1:01, January 1st, 1:01 a.m., January 1st, and 2021. And I'm here to give you a reading. Yes, I am, my loves. I decided to go live for this reading. I normally just do the Sunday service meeting readings live, and then the other readings I like to tape. But Spirit told me to come at y'all live, so that's what I'm doing. If you are catching this live, thank you. And if you are not, you are right on time. You are exactly on time. This is a reading that we can use to help guide us through this year, to help give us a little bit of, spiritual counsel as we navigate our way through the craziness of these days and times that we are in. So let's just get into it, okay? There are a couple elements that are going to be involved in today's reading. So first and foremost, we've got the affirmation box. This box is filled with affirmations and song quotes and parts of poems and positive things that'll help to motivate us, encourage us, and inspire us. So I'm going to pull out random from this box and speak an affirmation. I'm going to use this affirmation to fill up my cup, and then I'm going to encourage you to speak the affirmation after me, to repeat after me, in order to speak some good things into your life. I do this practice because we spend a lot of time talking mess about ourselves. So I want to make sure that we are intentional about pouring good things into ourselves, okay? Secondly, I always bring some rock friends when I'm doing these readings. So I've got two rock friends with me today. First and foremost, we got some black tourmaline because 2021 is all about that protection energy. And we've also got some pyrite, my pyrite sphere, my beloved pyrite spear. First off, it matches this lovely gold outfit. Second off, pyrite is all about prosperity. And third off, this too is a protective stone simply because it's so damn big. And remember, children, any and every stone is a protective stone if it's big enough, if it's heavy enough, or if it's sharp enough. Listen to your auntie Captain Goddess speech. Listen to your auntie Captain Goddess speech. So those are the stones I have with me today. Let me introduce to you these decks. First and foremost, we have the message from our animal guides deck. We also have the Goddess Oracle deck, and we have the Carolyn Miss deck, as well as the Osho Zen Tarot deck. Okay, so that is the four decks we're going to be using today to tell this story, to give us some counsel. All right, all right. I appreciate each and every one of you that are here. If you're catching me on live, I appreciate you. I'm coming to you live at a random time, so I don't expect anything, and whoever shows up, I'm so grateful for. If you get to see this reading after the fact, you are right on time as well, okay? So let's do this, y'all. Let's do this. I'm feeling myself in my gold outfit. I'm feeling dripped and draped in gold and expensive. I'm fat, which means I'm expensive. Because that's what fat in my world equals, expensive. So I'm dressed accordingly, darling. I'm dressed accordingly. Alrighty then, let's get into what this reading says. We're going to start with the Carolyn Miss, no. I'm messing up. We're going to start with the message from the Animal Guides deck. All right. So first and foremost, we have the mountain goat, which is all about there is something out of balance in your life. So do whatever you need to do to correct it. 2020 came to teach us a lot of things, but what 2020 should have come to teach you is that there is something in balance in the whole entire earth. From every single Western style government to the way that we run our lives, to the things that we're doing, we are out of balance. We are out of balance with the way that we treat this earth. We are out of balance with the way that we treat ourselves. We are out of balance with the way that we treat each other. So the mountain goat comes out strong. 2020 is about bringing things into balance. 2021 is about bringing things into balance. 2020 showed us what was out of balance. 2020 showed us what is messed up. 2020 gave us a blueprint as to what's wrong in our society and what's wrong with our personal selves, okay? It's interesting. A lot of what I'm hearing about the Coco Roro in regards to what are some of the best treatments for it, when I think about and when I research a lot of what the medicines that they're treating COVID are designed to do, they're designed to get us more rest. They're designed to address our vitamin D deficiency, which means our connection to the sun, our connections to nutrients, vitamins, okay? This pandemic came to spotlight how out of whack we are with ourselves, our spirituality, our spiritual teams, all of that. It's time to bring things back into alignment. What's in disalignment in your world? Are you spiritually out of alignment? Are you out of alignment with your self-care? Are you out of alignment with your spiritual care? Are you out of alignment with your spiritual team? What are you out of alignment with? It's time to correct it. It's time to get back on track. Let's address these things at the micro level, and then we can address them at the macro level. We have the polar bear. Stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately, with no attachment to the outcome, all right? So the polar bear is, I call this card within the message from our Animal Guides deck, one of the medicine cards. I call it the medicine card because medicine and truth serve the same purpose. They're both good and they're both healing. Not all medicine tastes good and not all truth tastes good. The polar bear. Stand up for yourself. Speak your truth with no attachment to the outcome. Speak your truth. Speak your truth in regards to your sexuality, your sensuality. Speak your truth in regards to any and all abuse that you may have survived. Speak your truth if someone has oppressed you and done you wrong. Speak the truth when you see others being wrongly oppressed and accused. Speak truth to light. Stand up for yourself and others and don't be attached to the outcome. This means that sometimes the outcome is not good. My original Instagram account, Lady Speech, was banned at 24,000 people because I spoke truth to light. That cost me an awful lot of money, sponsorships. It cost me a lot. I grew that page and I grow all of my social media in a really organic way. So it takes work. Am I going to stop speaking my truth? No. Am I going to stop speaking the truth? No. People are attracted to me and they heal with me because I speak my truth. And even if they didn't, speaking my truth heals me. Understand that speaking your truth and living your truth, every once in a while, that's going to cost you. But what you gain in the end is worth far more than what it costs you. So speak your truth. Be compassionate. Be respectful. But speak your truth. All right, let's get into some affirmations. If you benefit from my content, if you benefit from the things that I give to you, make sure you show your appreciation, your financial appreciation, as well as your verbal appreciation. My Cash App is Lady Speech. The Venmo is Lady Speech Sankofa. And the PayPal is Lady Speech Sankofa at gmail.com. This affirmation, I want you to repeat after me. My very existence makes the world a better place. Repeat after me. My very existence makes the world a better place. My very existence makes the world a better place. My very existence makes the world a better place. My very existence makes the world a better place. Let's do another affirmation. This affirmation says, the Black woman is God. Repeat after me. The Black woman is God. 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 If that statement is challenging for you, I would encourage you to sink deep into the healing, the dissecting, and the looking at of your anti-Blackness. Let's continue with this reading. We're going to get on to the Goddess Oracle deck. We have Ixchel, and Ixchel brings us the message of creativity, darling. Create. Create, create, create. You, yes, you looking at this are a born artist. You are a born artist, darling. You are a born artist now. Here's the thing. There are some of us who are going to make art for the masses. There are some of us who are going to make art for the community. There are some of us who are going to make art for our friends and family. There are some of us who are going to make art just for ourselves and our ancestors. No matter who your audience is, or what you're supposed to do with this art you need to create. Ixchel reminds us that we are all born artists, number one, and that creativity is therapeutic. It is medicine, okay? It helps us to process. It helps us to flush out our thoughts. It helps us to discover who we are, all right? 2021 is still going to be challenging in a lot of ways, darlings. Pandemics usually last 2 to 10 years, okay? Depending on what the pandemic entails. We have got a while, even with this vaccination, we've got a while until things get figured out and a new normal is established. Until then, you're going to need to learn how to cope because this is a bit unnatural and a whole lot of wild. Ixchel reminds us to utilize creation as therapy, as a coping as a coping mechanism, as medicine, okay? So create for your life, pour yourself into your creation. I want to remind you that jazz, blues, hip hop, rock and roll are all considered American art forms. And I want you to understand and connect the fact that these were created by Black people. Rock and roll was invented by Black people. Jazz was invented by Black people. Hip hop invented by Black people. Gospel. I want you to look at the times that these art forms were created. They were created in the midst of much turmoil. Black people turned to music in order to heal. Humans turn to music. In order to heal, we turn to creativity, we turn to art. Art is mathematical. It is, in an auditory way, geometrical. It is scientific in some ways, but it is also therapeutic. It is spiritual. It is connective. Art saves lives, be it the writing of poetry, the painting of pictures, the writing of stories, the singing of songs, the playing of an instrument. Art saves lives. 2021, you are being tasked to create for your life. We have Bass, which is all about play. Bast reminds us to play, 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 play. This year took a lot from us. It stressed us out in all of the ways. It created very precarious circumstances for a lot of people. When Bast comes into a reading, Bast reminds us to engage our young self, our youth self, the inner child, the inner little girl, the inner little boy, the inner little person inside. Engage that person, uplift that person, play with that person. Now, adult play often looks like substances. We're not talking about that kind of play. We're talking about the genuine belly laugh inducing play, the deep joy inducing play, hide and go seek, your favorite childhood game, Monopoly, rolling down a hill, Twister, playing genuine, good, deep, honest playing. Ask your little girl, your inner little boy, ask your inner little person, what brings you joy? What makes you happy? And give. Give. Give to your joy. Give to your joy. Give to your joy. Play. Indulge. All right. Let's keep going. We're going to get into some affirmations again. All right. These are two. This first affirmation says, it's a quote by Maury Schwartz. It's okay to cry. You might see me cry on this video. Excuse me, I keep burping. If you are around me enough, I'm just gonna spontaneously cry sometimes when I'm moved to emotion. And I used to feel some kind of way about that. I laugh because I've come such a long way. I used to hate the way I looked when I cried. I used to hate the way I felt when I cried. And now I respect it as a mark of my strength. I respect it because it's a mark of my humanity. It helps me to release. It is medicine. I just cried earlier today on video, and it was freeing, and it was spontaneous, and it was everything I needed. So this message means a lot to me. Repeat after me. It's okay to cry. 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 All right, let me drink a little bit of water, and we're going to continue on with another affirmation and then into our reading. Make sure you're hiding yourself. Make sure you're hydrating yourself. Hide yourself if they're coming for you, but hydrate yourself otherwise. This affirmation says, I am open to laughter today. Repeat after me. I am open to laughter today. 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 Be open to laughing at yourself. Be open to laughing at other people. Just be open to laughter, because oh my God, laughter is such good medicine. It is such good medicine. All right, let's keep going. We're gonna move on to Carolyn Mystic. We have the Artist card. Expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. Listen, darling. 2021, just because it's 2021 doesn't mean that life has suddenly gotten easier. It doesn't mean that things are good. We still have a lot to get through. We still have a lot to survive. The pandemic isn't over. The way the governments are acting isn't over. Racism isn't over. Sexism isn't over. Homophobia isn't over. Transphobia isn't over. We have a lot of work to do in order to guarantee the safety of a lot of people. And the world is in flux right now. There's a lot of things that are moving towards a really positive future. And there's also things that are incredibly stagnant and not moving at all. And there are some things that are moving in the opposite direction. This is a lot. There are people who are dying. There are people who don't have resources. It's a lot. Create. I know this seems like a flippant message, but it's not. There are going to be times, if you're going to survive this, you need to take your breaks and you need to pace yourself. You need to understand that art and creation is the way that so many of us, humanity, has stayed sane through the wildness, through the crazy. Create. Create in the kitchen. Some of you are artists in the kitchen. Some of you are artists with the pen and the pad. Some of you are artists with your voice. Some of you are artists with your body. Some of you are artists with your hands. Some of you are artists with your mind. Create. Create. Make things for you to get and put your soul into it. Express the angst and the anger, the sadness, the trepidation, the caution, the happiness, the gradation of emotion, and the human experience within your art. Create. There are some of us who will give our art to millions. There are some of us who will give our art to thousands. There are some of us who will give our art to hundreds. And there are some of us who will give our art to 10. And there are some of us who will give our art just to us and our ancestral team. And there's some of us who will make our art and give it right back into the earth. It doesn't matter where you fall in that. Make and put your soul into it. We have the poet. Expresses soul insights in symbolic language. So again, backing this up, write your story. If you have access to social media, you need to be using your social media to create your story, to write your story. If you're a poet, if you're a singer, if you're a songwriter, you need to be doing things in that vein, writing your truth in that vein. But even if you're not, use your social media to speak your truth. Use your social media to speak your truth. Don't use it to keep up with the Joneses. Don't use it to just only write the pretty things, the precious things, the things that'll get all the likes. No, speak your truth. This is a digital record of who you are and your thoughts and your life. And it deserves to be represented truthfully in all its glory. Speak your truth in order to get it out, in order to express yourself, in order to get the pain out of you, the trauma out of you. Speak your truth. Speak truth to light. Let's do a couple more affirmations, a couple more affirmations, a couple more affirmations. All right. This affirmation says, I rejoice in my uniqueness. Repeat after me. I rejoice in my uniqueness. 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 All right. For some reason, that makes me think of the Backyardigans. And I think, isn't there what there was a character called Uniqua, I think. The Backyardigans used to be dope. I used to be a nanny, and I nannied around that time. And some of my kids used to watch that show. That was a dope show. That was a great theme song. I might have to revisit that. This second affirmation says, I'm a hot mess and a priceless divine work of art. I am allowed to be both. Repeat after me. And I think this is a great sentiment for 2021. I am a hot mess and a priceless divine work of art. I am allowed to be both. I am a hot mess and a priceless divine work of art. I'm allowed to be both. I'm a hot mess and a priceless divine work of art. I'm allowed to be both. I'm a hot mess and a priceless divine work of art. I'm allowed to be both. Because you are. All right, last two cards of the reading, my love. Well, no, we're going to do this one first. Osho Zen Tarot deck. We have the going with the flow. Listen, darling. Listen. Listen, Linda. Listen. Listen, Linda. Listen. From chaos, harmony is birthed. And oftentimes, to get through the chaos, you're going to have to go with the flow. And that's what it is. 2021 is still going to be crazy. The beginning of it is going to still be wild. But it is possible to navigate through all the wildness and the crazy and the unpredictable. The best way to do that is to go with the flow, to ease yourself right on down the road. You're going to have to go with the flow, the currents, the tides. Do you know who survives really bad accidents the best? Drunks and babies. Why? Drunks and babies survive accidents, really bad accidents, the best because they go with the flow. They don't brace themselves. Think about it. You're in an accident, you're about to, when you are thinking, and if you're driving and you're sober and you're in an accident, and there's nothing wrong with this, it's just a difference in response. You see the accident coming and you brace and you clench yourself, and then you feel the impact. Well, the impact and the clenching and the bracing of yourself often works together to create bigger damage in your body as you're tumbling about. Babies, when they're caught in bad accidents, they're caught unawares, and drunks, their response is dulled. So they're caught basically unaware. And because of that, they tend to flow with the chaos of the accident. They flow with the car. And because of that, they get hurt less. 2020 was a whole train wreck. It was a whole car accident. It's beat our asses and fucked us up. 2021 is going to do the same for a minute. The best way to survive that is to relax and lean into it. Be like a baby in an accident and just flow. Go with the flow. That's your best bet when it comes to surviving this. Go with the flow. And the last card of the reading is harmony. From chaos comes harmony, my loves. This shit is chaotic. It's chaotic. And this was the chaos that was actually always present. The chaos of 2020, the chaos of COVID, the chaos of all of this exposure of racism really, really spotlighted the fact that things were messed up, and they were messed up for a long time. We have the opportunity to get a lot of things right. It is super chaotic right now in the world, but from chaos, harmony is always birthed. Things are going to get better. Harmony is on its way. Alignment and synchronization is happening behind the scenes, and that is going to begin to echo in the front scenes soon. Harmony is on its way. Chaos, though, is the parent of that. So hang on to your britches, baby. Keep your hands and feet inside the ride at all time, and make sure your ass is strapped in till we're done, because it's going to be a wild-ass ride until it's over. Well, that was it for your reading. Let's do a couple more affirmations. This affirmation says, skin, thank you for shielding and protecting me. How often do you thank your skin? Your skin is the largest organ on your body. It protects everything. It holds it all in, from the muscles to the ligaments to all of that, the bones, everything. It's our meat suit. When's the last time you thanked your skin? Let's do it now. Repeat after me. Skin. Thank you for shielding and protecting 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 me. Let's do this last affirmation is, I create loving and healthy relationships. If this ain't a word for 2021 and beyond, repeat after me. I create loving and healthy relationships. 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 All right, my loves. That is your 2020 reading. Things are going to continue to be crazy. Pandemics last for a while. And we aren't going to go back to the life that we had January 1st, 2020. We're not going to go back to the life that we had January 1st, 2019. We're not going back to the life we had December 31st, 2019. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. And it's a new normal for you and me. So we got to figure it out. And part of figuring it out is you have to prioritize your health, your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, your physical health. You have to prioritize that. You have to prioritize your healing. And you have to prioritize following your purpose and your path. You have to prioritize loving yourself. And you have to prioritize loving and being there for your community. Because we're all we got. We're all we got. All right, my loves. I love you. I hope you had the best transition into the new year. We're going to be all right. There is more death ahead. We're going to lose even more people this year. We're not out of the woods. But the light is coming. So stay the course and mind the light. High or low, we're going to be all right. I love you. One more again. The Cash App is Lady Speech. The Venmo is Lady Speech Sankofa. The PayPal is ladyspeechsankofa@gmail.com. If you benefit from this work, this content, this labor, show your financial appreciation and show your verbal appreciation. You survived. You're amazing. Thank you for surviving. And thank you for all you've done. Now, me and my gold dress are going to go twirl and prance around my room to celebrate the fact that I have survived all that has come to kill me. It didn't succeed, and I'm still here. So I'm going to take a second and celebrate and shimmy with my ancestors. I hope you can take a moment at some point soon to love yourself, to uplift yourself, to celebrate yourself, and to care for yourself. Thank you for your support, and thank you for tuning in. I love you. Until we meet again.